series. I've just talked about it a little bit in my previous rambling video, but I'll just quickly tell you this is a journal that I came across yesterday, and it is from 2000. It's from December 30th, 2000 to September 10th, 2001. Yeah, and it is very, very relevant to what I'm going through right now, because it kind of covers a period where what was going on at the time was that I had the boyfriend that I've just broken up with. We sort of started dating, or we were going to start dating at one point right before this, and he freaked out and couldn't do it, and I freaked out and took it personally, and whatever I went through at the time. And that's kind of what is covered in this journal, and it takes place from that point right up until about a year and a half later, when we did get back together and started dating, which was the start of the 8 years that I'm just finishing right now. So there's some background. What I find really important about this journal for myself is that this is a snapshot of the person that I was before I changed so much for the relationship. And it's really hard for me to see this. It's really hard for me to it's hard, and it's also encouraging, but more so it just makes me so angry at myself and sad and disappointed that I let all of this go. And I just don't know if I can get all of it back. So anyways, okay, so again, it's mostly free writing. There are also some little drawings and stuff that I did, and I'll put pictures of those up as I come across them. I was working at a sports collectibles shop at the time, and we sold Magic cards, Magic the Gathering, and I used to cut them up and put them in my journal because some of the artwork was cool, so you'll see some of that. And yeah, just little drawings and stuff, nothing really major. Alrighty, so December 30th, 2000, free write. Life picks up where love leaves off. I feel forgetfulness coming on. I'm about to put it all behind me. The pages of the days to come are fresh and glaring, unlined once again and unpaved, and I'm slightly misplaced, a little to the left of where I've been for some time. It is both natural and new, stepping back into my own timeline. The vacation is over, time to unpack my acquisitions, and it is not too late. Delays are to be forgiven and taken in stride. No use in trying to hide the smile and the words I've learned and forgotten. There are many things the same. For all that's changed, a lot remains, and it's all about falling back, returning home defeated. Much of me has been severed. So now is the time to shed the excess. The telephone's ring has become irrelevant, insignificant. For as long as you're here, I'm not. I've spent far too long on my knees, seen all there is to see down there. There's more to know. This is the third fresh start that seems to come too soon, but it's long overdue. False hopes breed false change. Natural intoxication is the key to renewal. Renewal is what's needed. And I'm not the one who loses. My hand is already drawn and designed, and it is beautiful. Still, one more run-in would be more than I could stand. Another fire lit. Nothing to do with my hands. But I know that there are sounds and smells you can't erase, can't trace back to the source when it's gone. Repetition suits only a small few. Once it's warmer, this will not be so hard. It will be easier to be on the outside. The inside is so empty this time of day. Tomorrow used to be a promise, but now it all blends together, and I waste more time than anyone. So easy to see through it all, but it still must be lived and treated as genuine. and it is warming up again, coming back and dusting off those sacrificial treasures, those that rust and rot even when they are kept dry. Okay, December 31st, 2000, free write. Go ahead and take it. Someone has left it there for you. Take it and remember it well. I am a ghost, a slouching shell of what I was going to be. And then I think to make love with clothing on is to know the potential for hatred. That's all. I don't even think of it that often. Now there are plans to be made and things to unfold. This seems to work day by day. Winning and losing become one in the end, as time speeds up and races to a stop. I've tried in my way to be yours, and I've saved all my thoughts for thee. That's a lyric from a song. They're yours when you're ready. Go ahead and take them. December 31st, 2000 again. Sometimes I find I get to thinking of the past. I am caged, protected. Put me in a crowd and see if I'm still special. Cowardice is the ruler of this life. All the rest is illusion. Hurt and anger left long ago, and cowardice wears them as masks. Fear has reclaimed what it lost. Time to wrench my heart from its clutches. Enough of the dramatics. Enough tears have leaked out. Stupidity is fear's greatest ally. Wisdom and freedom are more diplomatic, and strength is the only prize. The reason for the battle. Color and shadow swirl and submit to each other. Tonight will be fine for a while. Okay, and then I wrote a bunch of stuff at New Year's when I was drunk, and I don't think I'll read that because it's kind of, I don't know, it's like 7 pages of just drunken rambling. I guess it could be kind of cool, but anyway. Alright, January 3rd, 2001. Swapping spit with strangers. I read what is not for me to know. Things will be changing once again, but it is to be a guided change, a good change. So maybe it will help. What do I want to keep writing? No, why do I want to keep writing tomorrow? Tomorrow, will I finally hear the voice I wait for? Doubtful, and yet that hope is part of my smile, part of my step, part of my thoughts. Too bad, but it keeps me trudging through the fog. What does it mean when it comes to this, when you can't be real, can't tell up from going down? January 10th, 2001. You were just too hungry, and I should have known better than to think that it was anything more than sustenance and survival. Your mouth was open out of need, not love, and the need was all too easy to fulfill. It is useless to say that I'll never write about you again, but I can turn my focus on me for a moment. My need was much more primal and was never met, and never can be. I needed something to distract convincingly, to make me forget forever the fact that I am mortal and my time here is limited. For a while I did forget, but I was reminded, and I would have been even if you'd stayed close to me. Is that what my life will be? An endless and futile search for someone to help me evade the end? I doubt I could ever find that, and that fear, that need, is the thing that keeps me attached to you. Maybe you do your job better this way. Okay, and then there's a poem here. Now, I do kind of make reference to smoking in some of my poetry back then, because I used to smoke, but anyway. This is called Taking It Back. Time is burned and measured in the inches of a cigarette. Minutes creeping in fits and starts, unmarked by sound or circumstance, flaring and dying and steady. My own face has become familiar since I last touched yours. Contours well known, the swelling dried and gone. I clip my nails, I empty the ashtrays, soggy from the rain, and forget to bring them inside. I dance in my bedroom to rhythms you would not have understood, clothed or unclothed, bumping into shadows that you no longer own. You are a memory, an indulgence, nothing more, and I know this. I brush my hair, changing clothes, falling asleep, I notice. These are the things you liked, and so I let you take them for yourself. The swell of my hip when I lie just so, the movement of my thoughts. It is both natural and new, stepping back into my own timeline. What kinds of days have I missed? Your influence has been deep. My thoughts are quiet again, and you no longer listen in. Here and gone for their own sake, they will not be saved for you. Okay, I'm going to end it there. So that was the first part of this journal.